8:37, Kat Neville from Feast Magazine and FeastSTL.com, as well as FeastCom, is joining us here in studio. She does every Wednesday, sponsored by Jimmy's on the Park, 706 to Munn in Clayton. 725-8585 or their website at jimmyscafe.com. Every Sunday and now every Monday, Jimmy features a 3-course menu for $25 in addition to their full dinner menu from 4 to 9. jimmyscafe.com for more information. Good morning, Kat Neville.
Good morning, McGraw.
How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. How was your St. Patrick's Day?
I worked all day.
Really?
But you know what? I actually had a meeting in Clayton.
Who's the boss over there? Why don't you
Me?
knock it off?
You can take an afternoon off.
I actually had a meeting in Clayton, and I was driving down 40, and I go underneath the Tam overpass, and there's this amazing parade and people in green. And I was like, oh, right, it's St. Patrick's Day. I forgot because I was busy.
You're working too hard. I'm here to report that green popcorn tastes the same as regular colored popcorn.
Really?
Wait a second. Is it coated with a green, sugary?
I didn't know. It was coated with some green dye, but it tastes the same.
Then okay.
Not apple or
no. It was no green sugar.
Did you drink the green beer too?
No, I had it Jameson imported from Ireland.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good.
And I had him send it to Schnucks, and then I picked it up at Schnucks.
Smart. That's the way to do it, if you ask me.
Exactly right. Yeah. All right, Kat Neville from Feast Magazine. You have a couple of restaurants for us?
I do. So the first one, you and I have discussed sushi many times.
No. You've discussed sushi. I've turned my nose up at it.
That's the point.
Yes.
Is I have found a place where I think that that you would actually get in and start to feel very comfortable with sushi.
All right. Now we're talking.
Okay. So it's called Oishi, and there are 2 locations. One is in Creve Coeur at 721 North Ballas, and that one is sushi only. And the other is in Chesterfield at 100 Public Works Drive, and that is sushi along with, they have like the teppanyaki, the whole thing where they cook the steak and all the stuff in front of you on those big flat griddle things. Mm-hmm. But it's the sushi that I want to talk about because, and I have it on my iPhone, I'll show it to you later, but their menu is really made so that when you look at each one of the dishes, eating.
Okay.
And I know that's part of the fear with, with getting into sushi is, well, I don't know if I'm going to like that. I don't know what the texture is going to be. Right. What exactly is this
What
fish?
am I ordering? Is it going to be moving on my plate?
Right.
Sure.
More than likely not. But, so the way that they've designed the menu, it's extremely approachable and it's very easy to understand. And they do have a number of non-sushi menu items. The family that runs Oishi also owns the Global Foods Market in Kirkwood, which is also going to be expanding to the Loop. And so they have a lot of really fun stuff. They have, Japanese style pickles, a lot of tempura, which is that wonderful fried appetizer where the coating, I love it too. The coating is really light and crispy. And then they also do have some curries and different types of noodles, udon noodles and all that kind of good stuff. But if you go through the sushi menu, every single piece has a very nicely produced image so that you can see exactly what it is that you're doing. So when I ate there, and I just happened to be in the neighborhood and I was in the mood for sushi, and I was like, I think Oishi is near here. So I popped in and I thought immediately of you.
Give me 1 or 2 dishes that I can order as a steak lover and a non-sushi guy that will sort of introduce me to the world of sushi, which I will not run out screaming.
Okay, well, wait a second. So you said steak lover.
They
actually
and
do.
I'm also allergic to shellfish.
I know that.
Right.
I know.
Yes.
So they actually do have a roll that has steak in it, and I need to look at the name of it.
How is that sushi then?
Yeah.
Well, so sushi actually refers to the rice.
Oh.
There is sashimi, which
you will not like.
No, which is you know what the thing is that you have to try it.
I'll try it.
But it's raw. That is raw fish. Mm-hmm. That is, so for example, I tried slices of raw yellowtail that were served with some raw jalapeno on top. That was really lovely. See, Kelly gets it.
I love sushi.
Well, Kelly's classy. I'm a Neanderthal, but we knew that going into this segment.
So so people think that sushi actually refers to rolls, but it doesn't. That's a different style of this type of cuisine, this type of Japanese cuisine. Japanese cuisine is much larger than just sushi, sashimi, Nigiri is then the little kind of pads of rice that have the fish on top.
Okay.
And Oishi does have like a sushi happy hour when you dine kind of earlier in the evening. So if you want to experiment, it's much less expensive. And they have a really terrific sake menu, which I love to see. Don't drink sake hot, please. Sake is a really refined beverage that is brewed very much like beer, and it's made from rice, and it has a lot of nuance, and it's a very delicate beverage. So they have a lot of different types of sake to choose from. And if you go to their website, they have the exact same visual map of everything that you're going to be able to try on their website.
Right.
So I would just go there and check it out.
Don't drink sake cold? Did you say?
No, don't drink it hot.
Don't drink it hot.
Yes. So for so many years, you would go to sushi restaurants and other kinds of restaurants, and you would get it hot, like served from a tap.
Right.
And really, essentially, what you're doing with that is you're increasing the experience of the alcohol that is in the sake. So it feels almost like people are like, oh, it's like drinking rubbing alcohol. And
Right.
it's because when you heat up things that have a higher alcohol content, which sake does, all you're doing is you're overexpressing that, but then also you destroy the flavor.
Which is why I do my Jägermeister shots from the freezer.
Oh gosh. Okay.
I don't know how you like those.
I don't
I haven't
know.
had Jägermeister in a long time.
That's a
but-
good thing.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I think that McGraw needs to go with you.
Yes.
When he
She
tries
had me eating all
sushi.
sorts of things at Any Guns one
Oh,
time.
He had sweetbreads.
Yeah,
Really?
which I didn't know were cows.
No,
areas.
they're not.
Somebody
It's
told me they were-
sweetbreads. Sweetbreads are the thymus gland.
That's what she
Not
calls
bread.
them. Yeah. All right. Oishi, 2 locations, 721 North Ballas and 100 Public Works Drive in Chesterfield Valley.
Yes.
Oh, how do you say it again?
Oishi.
Oishi. All right. What's number 2?
Number 2 is not a restaurant. There is an increasing focus on high quality wine service in St. Louis
Right.
and in general in the U.S. And there is a new wine school that has launched, and it's called the Mid-America School of Wine. And there are 4 folks that are behind this: Jeff Callahan, Denise Mueller, Craig Adams, and Aaron Mandel. And what they have done is they have they've created a series of classes where you can either learn to drink wine with these one-day Wonders of Wine classes. You can learn to serve wine in like pre-som classes, which I'm actually now taking. And then you can also learn to teach wine for the CSW, which is a Certified Specialist of Wine, which is a pretty high level wine education. And so what they do, the class that I'm taking, the pre-som class, it essentially gears you up to be able to take that level 1 sommelier class. Whether or not you intend to take the class, you can still whether or not you intend to take that certification, you can still take the class so that you educate yourself more fully about wine. So for 8 weeks, every Sunday, we are gathering at the Robust in Webster Groves
Right.
and going through this very detailed, it's 2.5 hours per class, and you go through all these details. So we started off with service, how to properly open and serve a bottle of wine and what is expected of people in the restaurant industry. And then we are going through region by region all the different types of wine and learning everything about it.
Sounds just really interesting.
It is incredibly interesting, and I'm thrilled to be able to experience this because, especially as someone who covers food all the time, I find that I know a lot about in quotation marks. I know enough about wine by going to wine tastings and dining out and going to wine dinners and this kind of stuff and covering wine for so many years. But actually going through these classes and really studying the map of France and truly digging into where all the rivers are and how all of that, impacts the type of grapes that grow in the
Right.
different regions and all of that kind of stuff. It's really fascinating, and anybody can take these classes. It's not just for people that want, like I said, that are in the industry and want to become sommeliers. It's really for anyone who wants to get that kind of education. It's really cool.
By the way, when we went to France with Altair Travel and Cruises, I think the Millhavens drank all the Côte de Rhône in France.
There's no more wine.
Actually took 2 years to replenish the supply
Oh my gosh.
of Côte de Rhône. And it wasn't all
So
me.
Jameson and Côte de Rhône.
Jameson and Côte de Rhône.
Got it.
Jameson was the other trip.
Okay, got it. And their website, just if you want to look at more, they just launched. This is a brand new thing. It's STLSOW.com, which stands for STL St. Louis, obviously. SOW, which is School of Wine.
Right.
And it's extremely approachable.
Where is it?
It's right now it's at Robust.
Oh, okay. All
So
right.
the it's not open during lunchtime
So
on Sundays.
If this class you're in is 8 weeks, are they not starting another class for 8 more weeks?
No, I think they're going to. I don't believe that all of the classes are going to be at Robust necessarily.
Gotcha.
And so they are. I think it's in June that the CSW class is going to be launching. And if you go to their website, it explains every single one that's in detail.
That's
and
awesome.
It is really
That is
awesome.
good.
It's
Cool deal.
very
Good
exciting.
opportunity.
What's going on with stage, screen, TV, radio, newspaper?
Well, it's very exciting. Yesterday was the James Beard finalist announcements, and 2 St. Louis chefs made it to the finalists this year. And it's Gerard Kraft of
Yes.
Niche and Kevin Nashin of Sydney Street Cafe. And I am thrilled for St. Louis. It's huge.
Congrats
There are
to
only,
them.
yes, there are only 6 chefs in the Midwest region that made it to the finalists, and 2 of them are from St. Louis. It's
Wow.
So it's
Pretty-
about time we're going to get one of these.
yeah, and if you're not familiar with the James Beard Awards, it is essentially the Oscars of the food world.
Right.
And so all of the people that, the people that are at the top of their game in food are going to gather in on May 5th in New York for the awards. And
So you
very
have to be there to
excited.
cheer them on.
I will, and
oh, you'll be there.
I'll be there.
Oh,
I'm
you'll
not
be
missing
there.
it.
Yeah, that's right. FeastSTL.com for more information, all the information. Also pick it up at your newsstands everywhere, and you can get it delivered straight to your home on Sunday with a subscription, as well as a subscription to the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. And you get a deal if you go to stltoday.com/McGraw, and I'll give you a deal on the subscription. So can't get a better deal than that. Kat, have a good week.
Thank you very much.
Bertarelli Cutlery sponsors the segment. She's keeping St. Louis sharp since 1967. Bertarelli is your one-stop shop for knife and tool sharpening, along with all of your kitchen supplies. Visit them at 1927 Marconi on the Hill or at Bertarelli Cutlery.